Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm out here in the early morning. The sun is coming up behind me and we've got fog rolling in. I have a new knife review for you. This is from the Boker Plus line. This is called the Bill and Ted. All right, and the designer, his name is Keanu, which is written on the blade. Now this has a single thumb stud. Opens very smoothly. It's a liner lock. The official length of the blade is listed as 2.91 inches. Alright, let me give you a closer look at this over at the wood pile. Here is a closer look at the knife. So this is G10, and then that's aluminum. It's got a spacer there, open pillar there. There's a pocket clip, single thumb stud. Opens very smoothly, the pivot is smooth. You've got a full flat grind on a stubby blade. Now this knife is a great idea because of the secondary blade. In order to deploy it, you just push on that switch, and so now this is locked. Right? If I push on that, it will not retract. But to disengage it, you just push on this switch. You just push it down. Right? So that's useful. Definitely useful. Right, just for tiny little cutting tasks. And if you need to replace the blade, you just push this, right? You push that. So it does not come out like this, but if you push that, it easily comes out. So you can replace the blade, you can put in other types of blades, serrated or hooking or whatever you want. So that's just standard utility knife blade. And it goes back in pretty easily as well. Hold on. So there you go. Alright, you see the thickness there? Does really well on that, just basic task. So if you have to break things down, does excellent at that. Now as for that little utility knife blade, that's for even smaller tasks, I would say. Here's a bubble mailer. I already opened it, but let's just pretend. Oh yeah, definitely handy for opening your package containing your next knife, I hope. So I hope you're all doing well these days. Let's just draw it down this piece of wood. Now I don't even think this is for like tasks that would be this difficult, but I like to cut things. I like to cut things in my reviews. I'm just weird like that. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well these days. Weather's getting better. It's getting cooler, which I like. It's a little cold in the early morning, to be honest, but better cold than hot, as I always say. Alright, so this is drawing it down a piece of wood. But the reason I got this is because the dual blade design is just a really good idea. Let's do some finer work. The dual blade design, I've suggested that very same design myself, except my idea was to actually put the utility knife blade in the scale of a multi-tool. You know, I suggested using a smaller size of utility knife blade. I'm still waiting for someone to put like a retractable blade like that of half the width into the handle of a multi-tool. I think that would be super handy. But yeah, so when I saw someone did that with this little pocket knife, I says to myself, that's a great idea. I'm going to get me one of these. Now the price on this, because this is new, the price on this is currently probably the highest it will ever be. Right, so I don't know what the final price will be. I kind of paid probably more than you're going to need to if you buy this later. Right, but I just wanted one as soon as it came out because I like the idea and I couldn't find any reviews of it. So I figured, alright, I'll make the first review of it. Now the steel on this is D2, which is not my ideal steel, but you know, it's also made in China for Boker Plus, right? So that's probably why they just use that steel. People ask, why do they use that? Just because they got like a gigantic shipment of it over there, so it's cheap now probably, to be honest with you. You know? I'd love this in a Sandvik steel or something. Or even just like old 440C. But I'll take what I can get because I just like the whole concept of this knife. All right, so we whittled. It's a shark's fin. That's a pretty handy pocket knife. All right, at this time I'm going to roll in the demonstration. When I first got this, I just tried it on paper, and we're going to get an official weight on this knife, and then we'll be back. All right, YouTube, we have this new Boker knife from the Boker Plus line. It's a wide blade, definitely. Here's the old paper test. Nice. It's definitely sharp. They did a good job on that edge, definitely. This has another little blade. It's like a utility knife blade. Tiny little edge length. Hold on. Need to aim here through the viewfinder. Yeah, I mean, of course that's sharp. I mean, that's just a typical utility knife blade, but just in case you had to see. And while we're here, let's get an official weight on this. Right, 4.45 ounces. Let's change the unit. We've got 126.2 grams. And we are back. So, you saw this does come very sharp. You see how thick the G10 is there. It's a liner lock. There's the lockup. It is very secure. The lockup is even better than on most liner locks, I would say. Alright, YouTube, what's up? Here's the pocket clip in action. Alright, seems to work okay. There's a close-up of that pocket clip. So overall, I think it's well executed, and once the price goes down, I could see the price going down to half of what it was when it first came out. So once the price goes down, I think this will be pretty nice bargain. I just love the idea of having that little utility knife, that little cutter. So yeah, as I was saying, final thoughts. It seems well executed. It's a good idea. Handy little pocket knife and a utility knife in one. I'm definitely glad I picked it up, and if the price does go down, that'll be even better, right? So, hope you enjoyed this video. Check out the links below. I'm out.